either fat, black, ugly, and or broke. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. So we're here for another episode of Sisterly Sentiments. I am leaving my favorite place. Y'all already know gym is life. Girls down like 9 pounds. I've been killing it. Killed the benchmark today. But anyway, I was on YouTube and this morning, and I was just like, this is crazy. I'm seeing so many people complaining, but it's like the only real people that I see complaining about not being able to get submission from women are either fat, black, ugly, and or broke. There we go. I said it. And I'm gonna just be real with y'all. This is just my take. If you don't agree, comment down below, let me know. But I feel like if you are somebody and you're complaining that you're not able to get submission from a woman, I need to know. Let's start with the fat crew. First of all, and this does not mean that every fat man has this issue at all, but the ones that are complaining about it that happen to fall in this category, I'm looking at it a couple different ways. Like, you don't even submit to good health. So how are you in any position to demand that a woman submit to you? And it don't just be like a guy because he's fat. It's like he has all of these different rules and all these different things. Like, not only can she not look a certain way, even though you walk around looking how you looking, she has to look a certain way. Her hair has to be done a certain way. She has to have makeup. She has to have this job. She can't have this friend. She has to do this. She has to do that. You require this. You require that. And you beating your chest. My thing is, if you lack self-discipline enough to like where you can't even control your high blood pressure, your diabetes, and whatever else you have going on, you're not in any position to tell a woman what she can and can't do, and she has to submit to you. First of all, submit to yourself. Work on better health. Work on whatever it is you need to work on, and then look at things differently. Now, the other group, the black group, I don't know what is going on with those men over there in that community, but it's like, it's just crazy. The ones that are complaining about submission, I'm like, I feel as though there's like a sickness or I would say a disconnect, but it's not even a disconnect from women and men. It's a disconnect from reality with these black men. There are so many black men complaining that they're not getting submissive women. And the way I see it is like, okay, if a woman is not submissive, first of all, do you believe that every woman is just supposed to walk around and submit to you? Because if that's the case, why? Like, what are you doing to earn a woman's submission? Who are you that you think that that's just how the role of people, that's what they're supposed to do, just submit to you? Why? Because you have a penis? Like, that's the funniest joke ever told. That's not the case. No one is going to submit to you just because you're a man or because you have a penis. So what are you doing to earn said submission that you feel that you deserve? And then I feel like you shouldn't be expecting every woman to submit to you. What you should do is go out here and genuinely get to know a person, genuinely date a person, genuinely entertain a person, and then you guys connect and y'all come together, and then submission, she's going to submit to you naturally because she wants to please you, because she likes you, while you're also submitting to her. And then it's like, let's get into the definition of submission. What is it that you're desiring that you're not getting? And I wouldn't even sit here and act like every woman in the world is going to follow that playbook, because you have a lot of women out here who, they don't want to hear anything about that. Submit to a what? You have a penis, you become the enemy. They got no time for y'all, and I get it. So I'm not talking about those women. How about stop trying to chase those women, right? And just deal with the ones that's what they want. Because naturally, I think more times than not, women fall on the more conservative, traditional roles. You know, there may be things about them that they're not going to fall into that role, but more times than not, women tend to want that. They want that sense of feeling like, I have a protector. I have someone who's there for me. I have a partner. So if that's the case, why are you struggling so hard with these women to get them to submit when other groups of men don't have that issue? Why, instead of demanding submission, how about look at yourself and try to figure out, what is it about me that she doesn't want to submit? What is it about me that is unsubmittable? Maybe she's not submitting to you because she doesn't trust that you are a good provider. You're just not that guy. That could be the thing. Now, as far as the ugly crew, right? This doesn't mean that every ugly man is having trouble getting a woman to submit to him, because that's definitely not the case. But if you fall in that group and you're sitting out here demanding that you get submission, I need to know, what are you doing? Same with the black group. What are you doing that a woman is supposed to submit to you? So I started thinking about it, and I don't think it's that women won't submit to you. I think it's that the ones who have more of a traditional mindset and more would be more willing to submit to you, those are not the ones that you're trying to obtain. You're trying to obtain an Insta thought, BBL, full face of makeup, designer handbag type of chick. But that's not the one who wants you because you don't have the right honey to catch that bee. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, right? You would need to step your finances up in order to buy a chick. Because not saying all of them are able to be purchased, but you have a higher propensity of being able to purchase one of them than anybody else. So the thing is, in order to get you one of them, there are certain things you're going to have to do. But then you can't sit up here and complain that she's not submitting to you. She's not going to submit to you because she's not a submissive type, right? Now, to have the girl that is submissive, she may not look the way you feel like she needs to look. She may not be heavy on the gram. Hell, she might not even have a social media. And that's another thing. And to me, that doesn't make her any less of a desirable woman, because a lot of the people I know, I'm being honest, this is just full disclosure, I know several women who have no time for social media at all. I get it because I'm kind of with them. We're not posting our lives. We're out here living our lives. If we're going to hop on a plane and fly somewhere and go do this and do that or whatever it is we want to do, we forget to even take videos and take pictures because we out here living. Now, the ones who are up there, doing all the pictures and doing all of that, that's who you want. But you don't understand there are women who are not flashy and in the light like that. And they could give you that life, but you don't have the characteristics that would attract a woman like that. So you run after the Insta thought because you will be more in line with that, because both of y'all are very substance-less. Is that even a word? I don't know, but either way, you're lacking of substance, both of y'all. So y'all will connect, but the thing is, like I said, you don't have the honey to keep that bee. But then you want her to submit to you. No, that's not how that works. Now to the brokies. Being broke does not mean that you don't have access to women of quality or women of value. It doesn't mean that at all. But if you are a man and you are broke and you cannot afford to pay your bills, to take this woman out, to be able to just live comfortably without being so stressed by bills and how much this costs, and it's cool to budget, but if you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, that would probably be a good reason why no woman in her right mind is going to submit to you. So you cannot be broke and be out here demanding that somebody submits to you, especially somebody who is in a position where she can take care of herself. And she does not have to be rich. She doesn't have to be, taking baller trips, but she's not living paycheck to paycheck. Let's say she's living paycheck to every third paycheck. Okay, that's more realistic, but she's doing better than you. So how do you then come along and say, I demand submission and all of this, when you can't even afford to live? Like, no one's submitting. No one in their right mind is submitting to you because you're not worthy of submission. That doesn't mean earn money and then get women to submit. That's not what that means. But it does mean be self-sufficient before you demand somebody put their all into you, because anyone with sense would never do that. Now let's get ready for part 2 of this.